Welcome back, everyone. This is Brother Doug with the YaramYahu Assembly with our special guest, my brother Derail. So we are going to be continuing this Shabbat study today in the book of YaramYahu, Jeremiah chapter 10. We just read chapter 9, so if you haven't heard chapter 9 and you want to get some context, you can check out the part 1 that will be on YouTube. Both of these will be on YouTube. Okay, so we are starting chapter 10, and let's see, who wants to read? Brother Derail. All righty. Take it away. Jeremiah chapter 10.
Read from the ISR. YaramYahu, Jeremiah chapter 10. Hear the word which Yahuwah speaks to you, O house of Yisrael. Thus said Yahuwah, do not learn the way of the nations, and do not be awed by the signs of the Shamayins or heaven, for the nations are awed by them. For the laws of these people are worthless, for one cuts a tree from the forest, work for the hands of a craftsman waiting with a cutting tool. They beautify it with silver and gold, they strengthen it with nails and hammers so that it does not topple. They are like a rounded post, and they do not speak. They have to be carried because they do not walk. Do not be afraid of them, for they do no evil, nor is it in them to do any good. There is none like you, O Yahuwah. You are great, and great is your name in might. 7. Who would not fear, you, O sovereign of the nations? For this is your due. For among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their reigns, there is none like you. They are both brutish and foolish, and instruction of worthlessness is the tree. Silver is beaten into plates. It is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the craftsman and of the hands of the smith. Draped in blue and purple, all of them are the work of skilled ones. Verse 10. But Yahuwah is truly Elohim. He is the living Elohim and the everlasting sovereign. At his wrath the earth shakes, and nations are unable to stand his displeasure. Say to them this, the Allah that did not make the heavens and the earth shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He has made the earth by his power, he has established the world by his wisdom, and has stretched out the heavens by his understanding. When he makes his voice heard, there is a roaring of waters in the heavens, and he makes vapors rise from the ends of the earth. The lightnings for rain he has made, and brings wind from his treasury. Everyone is brutish in knowledge. Every smith is put to shame by his idol. For his molded image is falsehood, and there is no spirit in them. Verse 15. They are worthless, a work of mockery. In the time of their punishment they perish. The portion of Jacob is not like this, for he is the maker of all, and Yisrael is the tribe of his inheritance. Yahuwah of hosts is his name. Gather up your bundle from the ground, you who live under siege. For thus said Yahuwah, see, at this time I am hurling out the inhabitants of the land, and shall distress them, so that they feel it. Woe to me for my breaking. My wound is grievous, but I say, this is my sickness, and I bear it. Verse 20, my tent has been ravaged, and all my cords have been broken. My children have gone from me, and they are no more. There is no one to pitch my tent anymore, or to set up my curtains. For the shepherds have become brutish, and they have not sought Yahuwah. Therefore they did not understand all their flock scattered. See, it has come, the voice of a report, and a great shaking out of the land of the north, to make the cities of Yehudah a waste, a habitation of jackals. O Yahuwah, I know the way of man is not in himself. It is not for man who walks to direct his own steps. O Yahuwah, chastise me, but with right ruling, not in your displeasure, lest you bring me to naught. 25. Pour out your wrath on the nations who do not know you, and on the tribes who do not call on your name. For they have eaten up Jacob, devoured him, and consumed him, and laid waste his home.
Wow.
Yeah. I like 23. Yahuwah, I know the way of man is not in himself. It is not for man who walks to direct his own steps. To me, I got
just highlighting that.
yeah, I got to like Yahuwah directs us. You know, he knows how we should be walking.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I interpreted that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the NLT is really interesting with this first part of the chapter. Like the way they paraphrase it, it's interesting. It says, talks about, let's see here, let's see, do not act like the other nations, starting from verse 1, who try to read their future in the stars. Do not be afraid of their predictions, even though, yeah, so it's talking about astrology and all that. Even though other nations are terrified by them, talking about they fear the stars, their ways are futile and foolish. Then it talks about, the Christmas tree. But then once you get down to verse 5, it says their gods are like helpless scarecrows in a cucumber field. They cannot speak, and they need to be carried because they cannot walk. Do not be afraid of such gods. So it's talking about mighty ones that the pagans worship, for they can neither harm you nor do any good.
Right so, there. They can't harm you, but they can't do anything good. They're worthless. Get rid of them.
Yeah, it's so interesting how they word it. It's very interesting, and it talks about the one thing that was interesting too was you got to verse like 9 or 10 and started talking about that they're clothed with purple. Let's see where it says here.
Blue and purple.
Blue and purple robes. So that's kind of interesting.
Made me think of when they try to robe Messiah.
Yeah, and it seems like purple is used a lot by Babylon.
Like you're a king if you wear purple. So.
Yeah, purple and blue I think wasn't those colors of the tabernacle, Shoshana?
Yes, they were.
So I wonder if that's something Satan's trying to steal too.
Always trying to steal.
Always stealing stuff. He takes
the tabernacle there.
He takes red and green from Yahuwah. Now he takes purple and blue.
Gold and silver.
All he can do is mimic. That's all he can do. It's crazy.
But his name is not great. See, I like verse 6 where we were talking about this earlier about the name, being great. And obviously Yahuwah's name is might. He says, there is none like you, O Yahuwah. You are great, and great is your name in might. So there's power in his name. Very great.
And he's everlasting.
Yeah.
Yep. So let me just see here. I'm gonna pause.
You were just talking about the color purple. I also just wanted to mention that in Roman Catholicism, that in the season of Lent and Easter, the priestly garments are changed to purple, and they have purple up around the churches.
Yeah, the woman that rides the beast says that she's arrayed in purple and scarlet. So that's how we know that the Catholic Church is the harlot, because all of her priests wear purple and red. You see all the popes in the Vatican, they'll wear those colors, and they'll have a big golden cup. So
I think they know they're that, the whore of Babylon, and they do everything to show the whole world that that's who they are.
And to piggyback off the color thing also, if you look at it, the LGBTQWXYZ rainbow flag that they stole, that was a covenant sign, that rainbow.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they just desecrated that whole thing.
There will never again be another flood to destroy the earth. Is what the rainbow represents. And they're trying to take that away from Yahuwah, but they can't. Not from Yahuwah's people, because we know what it means.
So just want to apologize to the viewers right now. Seems we got a little bit of technical difficulties. Somehow we didn't get a full time by Zoom right now. They're already saying we're down to 6 minutes, which is crazy. So we're gonna have to restart to come. We're gonna come back in and start part 3, you guys.
Did you ever leave?
No, we did. We did leave, but I think you have to end the meeting fully to actually for it to give you a full 40 minutes. And I wasn't host when we left, so I think there's like a little glitch with the Zoom stuff. So I'm gonna have to end the meeting right now, and then that will give us a full 40 minutes because right now it's saying I only have like 6 minutes left of this session, which is crazy. There's no way
Well,
that.
at least we finished chapter 10.
Yeah, so when we come back, we'll be starting in chapter 11, and we'll have someone else do the reading. So stay tuned, viewers. We'll be right back. Sorry for these technical difficulties.
After these messages.
Shalom. All right.